All right, I realize I'm about 20 years behind, but I just now started watching The Sopranos. What if I told you that The Sopranos isn't just about the mafia? Sure, there are mob hits, FBI investigations, and enough pasta to make you starving. But underneath all of that is something much more familiar. It's a story about families. It's about complicated relationships, mental health, aging parents, marriage, sibling rivalries, and what happens when decades of unresolved family history collide with the realities of growing older. As a gerontologist who spent more than 35 years working with older adults and their families, I couldn't help but watch this show through a different lens. Because honestly, I've met a lot of families who aren't all that different. And no, they're not running organized crime, but they're navigating caregiving, difficult parents, family history, conflict, guilt, resentment, denials, and impossible decisions. So today, we're exploring the family dynamics that make this series a very realistic portrayal of aging and family relationships. So we've got some lessons. Let's get into it. Denial is not a care plan. Tony spends a lot of time pretending everything is under control. His mother, fine. His panic attacks, fine. His marriage, his kids, everything's just great. Spoiler alert, nothing is fine. And families do this when things start. Mom is forgetting things. Dad shouldn't be driving. The house is no longer safe. Someone's drinking too much. Someone clearly needs help, and everyone says, well, let's just wait and see what happens. Wait for what? Let's sweep it all under the rug, and then we just end up with a lumpy rug. Next, aging parents know exactly how to push our buttons. Livia Soprano, that woman could destroy you with just a look. No wonder Tony's in therapy. She reminds us that caregiving isn't just about medications and paperwork and meals, it's about history. Families don't become emotionally unhealthy right when someone gets older. It's complicated. There's usually years of resentment, disappointments, old roles, the responsible child, the favorite, the peacekeeper, the rebel. They all show back up. Caregiving can reopen these dynamics that have existed for decades. And that's exactly what we see in The Sopranos. It doesn't mean you're a bad son or a daughter. It just means you're human. Healthy caregiving requires boundaries, support, and accepting that you cannot change history or someone's personality. You can only change how you respond. And next, guilt is the family inheritance that nobody asked for. Tony feels guilty, Carmela feels guilty, everyone feels guilty. Adult children feel guilty for doing too much, not doing enough, living too far away, taking a vacation, hiring help, moving a parent into a senior living community, or simply wishing someone else would step in. And here's what I've learned. Guilt is not evidence that you're making the wrong decision. Sometimes it's simply the emotional cost of making a necessary decision. You can love someone deeply and still be overwhelmed. You can make the right decision and still grieve it. And one of the things I love most about The Sopranos is that it reminds us of something we all need to hear. None of us gets to choose the family we're born into. Every family has strengths, they have struggles, and every family passes something down. The question isn't whether we'll inherit these family patterns. The question is, which ones will we choose to keep? And which ones will we have the courage to change? Because that's the beautiful thing about growing older. We don't have to keep repeating the stories we've always lived. We can write new ones. We can become more patient, more compassionate, more honest, and we can learn to ask for help. Maybe we can set healthier boundaries. Perhaps we can forgive if it's possible. But we can create a different experience for the generations that follow us. And that's what aging intentionally looks like. That's what living bold not old, is all about. So this week, spend a few minutes reflecting on your own family's legacy and ask yourself a couple of simple questions. 1, what is the one quality or tradition or value that you want to carry forward? And maybe it's generosity, humor, or showing up for one another, gathering around the dinner table. And then ask yourself, what is one family pattern I want to leave behind? And maybe it's holding grudges or feeling guilty. Maybe it's never asking for help or believing emotions should stay hidden or assuming that love has to come from sacrifice. Awareness is where change begins, because every choice you make today becomes part of your own legacy that you will leave tomorrow. If this video resonated with you, please hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who would enjoy this conversation. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one family trait you're proud to carry forward and one you're ready to let go of? And remember, aging is inevitable, but how we age is not. So live bold.
Gonna take you down.